coming up.
Oh my God, every kid, right, doesn't matter whether you've had a C-section, they've been breastfed, it doesn't matter. They are going to lick handrails and they're going to be little.
Everyone's cheering and getting up off their seats, but actually people were going, stop!
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my God, it's Mr. Tumble on acid, throwing flames. Quick, get your kids away.
The wonderful Anna Williamson. I'm so happy you're here.
And I am aware that I am very lucky, #blessed, to have my 2 children, but they are annoying.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
Tell me
give
you
us
don't
the
like.
tea.
Yeah.
It was like, fancy a shower? Go on then. We even fist pumped each other.
I wondered what you were going to
Oh,
say
oh
then.
my God, I was going to say something else. And I was like,
She was like, I'm not
the wrong show. We're back.
Oh, thank God for this. It's been a long 9 weeks, like, without having an adult chat
Yes,
conversation.
that's why I love coming here. I know that I'm going to have a conversation with you with absolutely no interruptions.
Yeah.
It's bliss. Again, it's like our spa.
I
It's our safe
haven't,
space.
I haven't spoken to a parent that isn't delighted. Obviously, we love our kids and stuff, but yeah, the summer is a really long time. And
It is.
now that they're back at school, I thought, oh, this is fantastic. And the WhatsApp groups.
It's literally like bring, 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 bring. Although I do have an announcement to make.
You mute them.
I
them.
don't, but I have stepped down as class rep.
Why were you doing that anyway?
I don't know.
Like, what?
I thought I
yeah.
was being helpful, but it turns out I just kind of feel like I wasn't giving enough to the group. I did forget a few things. No, I've stepped down. I thought it was the right thing to do. And actually, the ladies that have taken over are already absolutely smashing it. But the messages are fast and furious.
I mean, did it take a lot for somebody to take over and be smashing it? Like,
Yeah, I had
how
to do a
high
lot
was
of
your
bribery.
standard?
I'm paying them £20 a week. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like I need to say something. So this is, I've got a dummy between my Sorry, it's just really itchy, and I felt I was going like this and scratching my boob.
Oh, I love it.
I've got a dummy
love
between.
that.
I always keep one here.
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm really
fantastic.
like paranoid about my daughter having a dummy.
Yeah,
because she's
why?
just turned 2, but my boy's never had a dummy, and now I've
yes.
said in the past her teeth are like, she smiles like, but
It's all the dentists.
it's yeah, she can get Invisalign. It's fine. But I always keep a dummy there because she calls it a money, and when I see her, she's like money. So sorry, I was just scratching my
Here's your
chest while you were
money. I
talking.
love that.
About what we were saying about the WhatsApp groups
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
So we had some parents having a heated discussion about calling each other out on the WhatsApp groups, because one parent said, read the school's emails, and the other parent was like, but do they need PE kit tomorrow? And it's like, it's on the emails. And then they started to have like a...
Yeah, I do hear that this does happen. My I've got to say, all my class WhatsApps are very tame and very polite. But a friend of mine has a WhatsApp chat that does get quite nasty.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Love
think,
that
just-
though. I
just
never
like-
ever comment in the WhatsApp chat ever, because we've got the class WhatsApp chats.
Oh, you're a lurker.
The years, I'm a lurker. I'm a screenshotter and send it to another mum kind of gal, and I'll be like, oh, have you heard what she's saying? Or I love it. That's my kind of humour though.
Oh,
when
yeah.
when a parent's like, oh well, I do this homework with my child. It's like, oh my God, every kid. Right? Doesn't matter whether you've had a C-section, they've been breastfed. It doesn't matter. They are going to lick handrails and they're going to be little. So
Absolutely.
stop with your
Amen.
high horseness,
Yeah.
if that's even a thing. I don't think it is, but you get those mums, don't you?
No, there's lots of. I mean, I think one of the reasons I wanted to be class reps because I wanted to arrange like lots of nights out with the mums and like get to know them and be like, right, let's have a nice night out. But I don't really think we had many, because whenever you kind of like arranged a night out, there was always be like, I can't make that day, I can't make that day, I can't make that day, or I can't get a babysitter, or my kid's got chicken pox or something, and it was all okay, well, and
The
it never
mums that
really
are
amounts to anything.
I don't want to come. I don't. On the one night I can socialise,
like
but I
you.
imagine you would be like the best social organizer. You should put yourself forward. Like, listen, I'll do the socials. Like, I'm not doing the year group stuff, the class chat.
I mean, I might do. Why not? I do love a social, but maybe not. But apart from that, I mean, kids are back. Do you find that September feels like it's new beginnings? It's a new start. I get quite excited by September. It is the academic school year. It feels like things are fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
And then come July, when it's the end of term, like everyone's just like, stop. Get me out.
when you look at like a nice juicy peach, the start of the year, and then you look at it like 9 months later and it's just disheveled and wilted.
Yes.
That's how I feel
That's
progressively throughout the year. But I don't feel refreshed after the summer holidays. So I'm never that fresh, juicy kind of peach look.
Yeah, the summer holidays are a lot. I think the whole, the struggle between working and having your kids at home, that's really hard. The other day, and this is a bit of a parenting fail, I was on a call. All the kids were at home and I was on a call. It's quite a formal call, video call. And the guy I'm talking to is this American guy, and he's really hairy, got a big beard, loads and loads of hair. And my daughter comes in, I'm a bit like, oh God. And she literally says, Mummy, why does that man look like a dog? And I was like, I'm really sorry. And this guy, you know, a bit of a personality fail. He was just like, anyway, as I was saying, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really sorry. I was like, I'm really sorry. It's just my kid, la la la. And he was like, he did literally no time for it. And I was like,
really,
guys, just go and watch something on TV. But that's hard, trying to do the whole juggling of everything. It's a lot.
And I find that now, and I actually spoke to a mum on the train on the way here, and we were talking about the juggles of working, because everyone has it, whether it's, you know, not every mum is working, some mums aren't working, but it's still a job being a mum and juggling everything. So it's relative for everybody, every mum, because you've got schedules to stick to and school, WhatsApps, everything. But this mum that I was talking to was saying to me, so she was like, I've got a schedule. So I share a document with my husband. She's about to go away for a week for work. So she's written out Monday to Saturday, the schedule. So what the kids need. So I do the same thing at home. I have these huge whiteboards and each child has their own colour. So each day it's what they're doing at school, if they're at nursery, what kit they need. And she was showing me this document and it was so detailed. And I said, oh, is that to prompt you? And she was like, no, it's my husband to look at while I'm away. But she shared it with her 9-year-old daughter on the daughter's iPad. So that the daughter can prompt the dad and tell him when she needs to take netball kit or when she needs to take an extra drink because she's got an extra club. And I was like, the actual mental load and juggle that you have. And I don't want to sound like, oh my God, being a mum's so hard, because it's amazing. But the actual mental load that you have day to day, if my version of myself 10 years ago was watching me now, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah. No,
are you actually doing that? Is that your life now?
It's the constant questions.
Yeah.
Especially my daughter. My daughter talks more than my boys.
Well, they say that about girls, don't they?
Yeah.
That girls just love the chat. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously we love the chat. Because we're like,
here we are.
Constantly. But my boys will just be like, oh, Mummy, can I have a snack? And I'm like, yeah. How are you feeling, Bradley? How are you feeling, Logan? They're like, fine, can I have a snack? And then they just carry on.
Yeah.
Yesterday, a little boy's been picking on my son at school.
Oh.
And I phoned the mum last night.
Did you?
Yeah,
really?
I did. I actually did. Hopefully this person won't ever listen. Probably will. I don't care.
Don't mention any names.
I'm like, yeah. He came home from school and he was really upset. And I was like,
Oh, no,
day one back to school. Come on. So I actually phoned her and I said, you know, my son's been upset about this. And I was quite manipulative because I was like, I didn't want to have to ring the school and send emails, have communication.
Put it in the WhatsApp chat
I was
for everyone
like,
to see.
we have a relationship. And at that point, she just went really quiet because it's like, she was obviously thinking, well, we don't, Hannah, because we don't really know each other.
Yeah.
But I said, oh, would you mind having a chat with your son to have a chat with my son? Because my son's upset about your son. And then I thought, oh, I've just turned into that parent. I said I would never, you know, normally it's like, oh, fight it out between yourselves, but there's a bit of an age gap between them.
No, but also, you know, as all mothers, you that kind of that fire to want to protect your children when someone's picking on them. One of my sons has been picked on before, and I had a word with the mum, and the mum was like, well, actually, my son said it's the other way around, and your son's bullying my son. And I was like, okay, maybe. So I was like, well, let's all have a chat. And it continued. So my son was still coming home crying. And I spoke to the school, nothing happened. So in the end, my eldest son, and I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not.
You got the big brother in, didn't you?
The big brother. But I didn't ask him to. This was when they were all at the same school. My eldest son went up to this kid, no prompting at all, and just went, if you touch my brother, I'm going to, well, I don't know what he said. Hopefully nothing too threatening. Yeah. Anyway, it stopped. And it was, and I was so proud that my eldest looked out for his little brother. And actually, so now the boy in question and my son are now good friends, and it's fine. But I spoke to the mum, I spoke to the school. All it took was my eldest son just being like, don't do it.
All he did was drop kick him, smack him in the face a couple of times, and then it was fine. Like,
yeah. Oh God, I hope this isn't like Louise's son's a bully. No, he's not. He just looked after his.
Well,
his
it's a natural thing to do. I remember this girl picked on my brother once, and she was 13 and I was 9, and I went up to her and I was like, "If you pick on my brother, I'm going to sort you out." Now, obviously, she was stood there she was really tall. Like in my head, she was like a giraffe, like really tall, and there's me like, "I'm going to sort you out." Now, she obviously looked at me and thought, "Listen, hun, you're 9 years old." But I think she respected me for doing it. I didn't punch her or anything. I wanted to, but I mean, if I'd have punched her, she'd have probably absolutely howled at me. But
you never know. Never, I don't know.
But she left my brother alone.
Well, there you go.
He is my older brother, by the way. He's
not
my little brother.
I love that.
Yeah, he's like 6'4". But I protected him at the time.
It's the sass, isn't it? It's the confidence.
It's like we don't have to go cat Slater on them, but I think it's nice when you see siblings like caring for each other.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah.
So, have you got any parenting fails?
Well, always. Actually, this one, I feel like this is more of a parenting triumph in a way, with lots of parents. So we were on holiday, and we were one of these places where there's evening entertainment.
Yeah.
You know how kids love to wear these like exuberant clothes, but they can be quite flammable. So we're at this evening entertainment, and one of the entertainers have got a fire show, and they're spinning this ring of fire, like in this hula hoop thingy. And one of the bits of fire goes into the crowd and lands near children. And all the parents literally jump up and put out what could have been quite disaster. Yeah. But in the meantime, the kids are loving it because they're like, this is amazing. And all my mummy and daddy's getting involved and they're loving it. And but yeah, luckily no one was hurt. But it was, you kind of feel like that would have been an episode in like Motherland or something where something happened. But bless them, the entertainers on stage, they were at this mindset of like, everyone's loving this, everyone's cheering and getting up off of their seats. But actually people were going, stop!
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my God, he's missed a tumble on acid, throwing flames. Quick, get your kids away.
Yeah, so there you go. We were like, maybe we won't go to the entertainment the next night. We'll, or maybe no fire.
It's like when you go on holiday and, you have those kids entertainers that'll sing a song where it's like, chocolate. And you find you're just singing it yourself and all the parents like, chocolate. Have another shot, hon.
Such a tune.
Get me a tequila rose. I love this one. And all the kids are like, because it's 10:15 at night, waiting for the entertainment.
Yeah, can I have a snack? Chocolate. I don't know if you saw this teacher over the summer holidays as well, who came up with a song for kids about private parts, which is brilliant.
Yes.
These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. Nobody can touch them.
I sing that to my husband.
Well, exactly. During the day, I was singing it to my kids, and nighttime, I was like, husband, here is a song for you.
It's like getting to bed with your beige knickers and cling film wrapped up. My private parts.
Nobody can touch them.
That means you, babe.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think this would be great to talk to our next guest about, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. We have such an exciting guest joining us today. She's been a television presenter since she was a teenager, a best-selling author, podcast host, and you'll probably know her as a dating and relationship expert on Celebs Go Dating. Please give a huge welcome to the wonderful Anna Williamson. You're here.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for asking me, and I'm really not just saying it. Also, I've got terrible hair today. This was the easiest yes in the world because you both. I just like to be authentic, super vulnerable. That you are probably two of the main people, you and Luke Hamnet, that I will always comment on your reels, your Instagram posts. It's like I feel seen, I feel heard, and I bloody belly laugh at everything you do. I think you're bloody brilliant. And
you're bloody brilliant.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. But I think to find funny women is just an absolute treat, and you are two of the funniest.
Thank you.
Oh, that's very kind.
Can you be our publicist, please?
Yeah, no. Just say that again to the few more right people, please. So what are you like as a mum? Because we see this very professional side of you, okay?
Yeah.
What are you like as a mother? Talk to me about what your house was like over the summer. That's every mum's face around the country.
Do you know, I even got fed up with myself on Instagram stories moaning about the summer holidays because, and you'll know this as well, girls, like it's such a It's such a funny old place to be, isn't it? The world of social media in particular, because, you know, whatever you say, someone's going to hate it. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. Someone's going to find fault with it. And I am aware, and we always caveat this, that I am very lucky, #blessed, to have my 2 children, which I am.
Of course.
I am. Truly. But they are annoying. And this summer holidays has been particularly we have had some really nice moments. I would say
Bedtime.
Lovely.
Midnight has been amazing. I'd say 70% has been nice, as in, and we did staycations, and I don't know if that was a good thing or bad thing. I wanted to avoid, we had quite a front heavy holiday year of like going away, and I was like, I just can't bear another airport, especially in the summer. Get a bit anxious around planes, and the kids are a bit unpredictable.
And how old are your kids?
So Enzo is nearly 9, and Eleanor is going to be 6 at Christmas.
Right.
Well. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's hard, and I think we are okay to own that.
Oh God, absolutely.
It's long. I think summer holidays are far too long, quite honestly, for working parents. I don't think we're geared up for it. Childcare's too goddamn expensive.
Yeah, we had an extra week this year. Oh. Yeah, we had an extra week.
Oh, actually, mine have only been back 2 days, and it's been so good.
But how do you manage childcare and stuff with you working so much and your partner? Like, how do you juggle it all?
To be honest, probably like a lot of working parents, we sort of wing it. We do have a system in place that consists of, I mean, we are lucky, we do have a good support network, and by choice we live near both sets of parents.
Oh,
Smart.
that is
Smart move.
very good move.
Girls,
Yes.
when I was getting preggers, I was like, I'm sure some people think, oh, she hasn't flown the nest very far. Oh, I have, babes. I've flown the nest around the world twice. I just came back because I knew that the minute I was popping out sproggos and, you know, having a career that is not a normal career, as in I'm here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
So together we have a sort of rule that most of the time, one of us, either mum or dad, will be with the kids. So for example, today, I did drop off this morning. My husband will do pickup, he'll do tea and all that kind of stuff. Like, I find the kids now really do need me more than ever. And I really feel that. So I try and be as present as I possibly can.
And that's the emotional side of things, isn't it?
Sure.
That they need you, because you kind of think, oh, they get a bit self-sufficient when they're like 5 or 6, they can take themselves to the toilet, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want to talk to me about your emotions?
It is,
and like it challenges every day that you don't expect.
Correct. I think you're absolutely right. I think when they're babies and you just feed them, put them down and play a little bit, you know, that's lovely. Don't get me wrong, I actually found that it's really hard. Like,
it's really hard.
The robbing of the sleep was hell on earth. And as you say, they are self-sufficient now. They can pretty much feed themselves. You know, they get up in the morning, they get their own food, they put the telly on. You know, we can sort of have a bit of a line on Saturday.
Absolutely. I've got a 13-year-old, and sometimes I don't even know if he's in the house or not.
There you go.
I get a notification on my phone saying Basil has left the house, because we have like an app where you can track people. I'm like, oh, he's gone then.
He's gone.
Or Basil is now back. And I'm like, oh, didn't even know you were gone.
Love
It's quite nice, actually. And
Holy grail.
Barely wants to talk to me at the moment. He's definitely a grunting teenager.
Okay.
And I'm just allowing it. Just be who you want to be. And he, you know, clearly wants to talk to me loads when it's bedtime.
Yes.
Like he literally the other day was like, Mum, let's talk about life. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. It's 10 o'clock at night and I'm going to have a bath.
Do you know something? This is the thing, actually, isn't it? It is very much the bedtime chats now. And it is a lovely time, which is why, honestly, most of the time, I'd say I do 9 out of 10 bedtimes with the kids. They are particularly keen on me doing them as well. They're just, you know, I suppose like any kid, they just want, you know, a mum. They're still little, they're still babies. They still want, at the end of the day, you know, no matter how much they give it the big un, do you know what I mean? At the end of it, when they're tired, it's thumbs in the mouth, comforter, want a mummy cuddle, you know. But it is the questions. It's the life answers. And it's actually my daughter, my 5-year-old, who, Christ, I've bit off more than I can chew with her. I tell you, I gave birth to me with my husband's Mediterranean temperament, I think. But what did she say to me the other night? She will not go to bed at the moment. Like my boy, my 8-year-old, he's absolutely fine. He's like 7 o'clock hits. I'm tired. Get me to bed.
Bloody hell.
7? 7.5. I know. 7.5. 7:30. Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
And he'll just go to bed and not get up and come down 25 times and ask you how the world was made. And
no, but his sister makes up for that.
Right.
So he's great in that he's a routine kid. He'll be down by like 7:30.
But your daughter, tell me about your daughter, because I feel like I've got a hard relate.
Oh, yeah. Hard relate.
Hard relate.
Knowing your content.
We should get
as well.
them together.
She and I don't know if it's so conflicted, isn't it? Because on one hand I look at her and I think, God, you're so cute. She's so sweet. She's so pretty. Like, how did I? And also she's so sodding sassy, and she's hilarious. So on one hand I'm like, go you, because I feel sorry for anybody that ever crosses your path ever.
Yes.
Like, I don't even have to worry about her having a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, whatever goes on in her life. But me, she will not go to bed. Her dad is now like wrapped around the little finger.
Oh, really?
She hates me. Like, even my boy said to me the other day, he was like, I don't know why she doesn't do this for daddy. And I was like, I know.
Oh my God, I'm so there.
Is that a thing with a daughter?
Oh my God,
I
with
think
my
it
daughter,
is.
it really is, like, to the point where over the summer holidays, my mum came on holiday with us, and my mum was like, I'm so sorry she treats you like this.
That's what my
She's
mum
like,
said.
what can I do? And I was like, I feel like I'm used to it now, Mum. She's like, you shouldn't put up with that.
Why? What
And
was
I'm
she
like,
doing?
Yeah, how old is she? Remind me.
She turned 6.
Oh God, they're the same.
Yeah, she turned 6 in August.
Oh, Christ, they are the same age.
I feel like she bullies me.
Yeah, I get bullied.
But to a point where I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm mentally. Does your daughter talk a lot?
Doesn't stop. And it's like, you don't want to crush their wonderful, curious minds.
But you want them to shut
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Yesterday,
Leave me
I mean,
alone.
can I
Yeah.
even offload to you? I feel like I need to even
Do it.
offload.
This is why we're here, mate.
Get it off
This
your
is why we're
chest.
here. It's a safe space. Let it out.
Mums need to hear this, because a lot of people come on
Yeah.
and they'll tell us that their kids sleep all the time. We need to
We're like,
hear
no, we
this
need-
kind of
no.
stuff.
Give us
I
the
mean,
tea.
yesterday, so they went back to school. They've gone back to school recently. And and she was looking
Man.
forward to it. And picked her up from school. And I have actually never been, this was bad. This is honestly as bad as it's ever got with her tantrums, right? Again, 5, 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Mine tantrums worse than a
Oh
2-year-old.
no, mine's still tantrums.
Like,
Only
this
to
is-
me though.
Oh, yeah.
Only to me.
Oh, yeah.
When you're both
Yeah.
getting bullied.
No one,
Getting
no
bullied.
one else.
She trolls me.
Yeah, honestly. So
She
I
does.
pick them up from school. So she comes running out of school. And again, I want to say I should know all this. I'm a therapist, for Christ's sake. Let me tell you, it makes no difference when you've got your own children, right? I'm a bloody childline counsellor of umpteen years as well. It makes no difference when you have your own children. So she comes out, hi, Mummy. Oh, hello, darling. And I'm thinking, right, we're going to have some big emotions here, Anyway, so she comes out. She's like, can we have a shop right next to the school, which is the bane of my sodding life.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
yes,
a good
I can
shop.
imagine.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a good shop where they
Boujee.
have no, actually, I'd say it's the
Snacks, good
opposite.
snacks.
It's just got every brightly coloured snack that you
Oh,
could possibly
God,
buy,
yeah.
import, you name it.
Overpriced.
Yeah, just everything.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, to be fair, if I was a kid, it's like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Right. Please, can we go to the shop? Please, can we go to the shop? I was like, no, it's, we're not going to shop yet. We go home. No, but please, we've had a good first day. So, like, sucker that I am. So they started campaigning. Oh, please, can we go and get something small? I said, okay, well, look, do you know, you can get something small.
Manipulation,
from the shop.
stage
Yeah.
1.
Exactly. Never negotiate. Why did I do that? Every other parent sensibly had gone, no shop. She starts pushing me. Like, and let me tell you, she's strong. Like, literally, physically starts pushing me. And when you're in public as well, you're just like, I don't know how to deal with this, because she doesn't do this.
Yeah.
Like, she actually doesn't do this. But I am physically getting pushed. Like, in any other situation or circumstance in life, somebody would intervene and go, you're being bullied.
Yes.
Let's stop this.
You're getting arrested.
Yeah.
This is GBH.
And I'm like, here she is pushing me into the wall of big bags of sweets. She then did a full-on planking at the car. I had the car door open. I'm not going anywhere. Now, the car happened to be parked right opposite the chemist, of which they always leave their door open. At this particular time of the day, it's where the last sort of, the line of people are getting their end-of-day prescriptions collected.
Yeah.
So
And the head of the PTA is coming past at that point as
know
well.
that.
Yeah.
No, it hadn't.
Or you're just thinking, give me some Valium.
Yeah. The amount of people that
Drugs.
walked past with the sympathetic smiles,
yes.
and I hadn't, honestly, I'll be completely honest, I actually rang my husband. I didn't know what
Did
to do,
you?
because normally she's told for him. And I rang him and I was like, I don't know actually this is the first time, like in a long time, I did not know what to do.
So let's talk Celebs Go Dating,
Ah.
because brilliant show. And tell us about the show and the advice you give, and who's your favourite celeb.
And it's so
all that jazz.
glamorous, isn't
It's
it?
so
Like, you go from
They
your
don't have
daughter lying like a
tantrums, yeah.
plank on the floor in a road to being with the most glamorous people on Celebs Go Dating. How?
Often, Hannah, within the same hour. I mean, that has been known to happen.
Really?
Yes. I mean, the juxtaposition is interesting. I'm not going to lie. I love doing Celebs Go Dating. I mean, I'm so lucky to have been on the show now 8 years. This was my 11th series, which is just finishing, and it's gone really, really well. It's been a really successful series. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, for me, it's sort of everything that I've been in telly for 25 years, and I think I've been doing therapy for about 15. So it's so lovely to have a show that really does just amalgamate everything that I love, which is people, telly, celebrities. We're all nosy about celebrities, you know. I also work with, you know, my best mates in Tom and Paul and Dr. Tara and Rob Beckett, obviously, who does the voiceover.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah, amazing. And we're one big old happy dysfunctional family, really. And it really is a pleasure to do the show. And I think people realise it, but if they don't, you know, we really do care. Like it is the work I do off the telly that I do on the telly, which is coaching people. But yeah, to your point, Hannah, I do often have to. I mean, Paul's got kids, but his are a bit older. And also, it's not the same as mum. Yeah. We all know it. It's what I say to him. No. So I am the only one of us dating coaches that is the mum of the kids and has young kids. So they all do joke and laugh at me when I'm always in the hair and makeup and the phone. You know, the phone call of doom. You know, oh, hello, Mrs. Di Pasquale is my married name. Hello, Mrs. Di Pasquale. It's the school here, nothing to worry about.
Always something to worry about at first, isn't it?
Nothing to worry about. Insert the issue of the day. Yeah. So yeah, I do have to sort of flick my head into work mode.
Any favourite celebs that you've had on the show that you would share with us?
Go on, tell us.
I mean, to be honest, this sounds really beige, but I do really like. There's very few that I don't.
Come on,
tell me, give us the tea.
Yeah.
We'll edit it out, don't worry.
Alison Hammond's always been a
I
favourite.
love her.
Yeah, she's. I mean, obviously Pete and Sam, Pete Wicks, Sam Thompson.
Yeah,
like
brilliant.
they became Pete and Sam from our show. That's where they met.
Is it really?
Was it actually? Yeah, best relationship we've ever made. Yeah, that's where they met. Yeah.
I used to have a WhatsApp group with like 4 friends, and it was a Pete Wicks appreciation group, and we used to send pictures of Pete Wicks. Yeah, when he was in Towie. I just had this flashback, and we used to be like, oh yeah, he's so fit. That was before we had kids and responsibilities, but we used to actually send
Have
pictures.
you met Pete?
Never.
Right,
No.
I'm gonna have to. Have you not? I'm gonna have to get Pete to do your video.
I've seen him like, you know, on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And like, oh, but no,
he's lovely. He's a very good friend.
Loved him on Strictly.
Bro. Yeah, he
loved him
great
on Strictly. Loved him. I thought it was fantastic.
He did really well, actually, didn't he?
Aesthetically, he's very lovely.
Yeah.
He is. It's I mean, everyone's
He's proper fit.
Sure, I do find myself sometimes in these weird situations, actually, where who was I with? I think I was with Pete, Paul, someone else like incredibly handsome, because everyone always fancies Paul as well, who I do it with. They're like, oh my God, Percy Branson, he's just so gorgeous. Like, and he is. But it's so weird being in that situation where I do just see them as
your work family.
The fam. And I'm like, God, actually thinking about it, I'm sort of half the nation's envy right now.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm sitting here, you know, with the boys. But I guess that's what makes us friends, really, because I don't want to shag them.
No, that is good.
And they don't want to shag me.
I bet you want to say to the celebs that come on, like, listen, you're single, shag as much as you can, because when you get with someone, you're going to have children.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you won't do
have tantrums. And be like, what? Why didn't I?
And your life will become hell. Actually, I have to say, I probably do have a soft spot for any of the mums or dads that come on the show, the parents that come on Celebs Go Dating. There is always an affinity. Like this series, Kerry Katona, you know, Kerry's a brilliant mum. You know, she's got 5 kids, and she always jokes, you know, about how many kids she's got. Last series, we had Jamelia. Jamelia's got 4 kids. You know, so people that have kids, I think naturally I have like an extra rapport with, because I also, this year we had Christine McGuinness as well. She has 3 kids, you know, and so automatically, I think with this sort of funny industry that we're in as well, we're all really empathetic to what we're all juggling as well. So it's like we're all in there trying to do our jobs, you know, which is a lovely privileged job. Yeah. But as you all know, it's not, you know, there's no set hours or anything like that. So everyone's juggling their school pickups and
how do you juggle like date nights and I'm not going to ask about your sex life, but I kind of am. What's your advice?
How do you for
women? Listen to Luana.
You are the person to ask, really. Like, how do you?
Well, actually, I don't really talk about.
I mean, I don't want to know, but I mean, because
what advice would you give to parents that are listening? I'm not just saying mums. In terms of like having date nights, keeping your sex life going, sex and communication are so important.
Yes.
How do you advise people to keep that alive when you've got children, you're working, you're knackered, and you want to sleep? Like, how do you do it?
And firstly, the first thing to recognise is it's hard.
Yeah,
it is
hard.
You're in the trenches.
Well, it is, babe.
I understand.
If you're lucky, it is.
You're lucky, yeah.
Not in
Once
my
a
house. Sorry, Al. No. It's difficult. I think the first thing to recognise, accept that you're in the same boat as everybody else, and don't compare yourself to everybody. I mean, I think there's some wild stats going around that the average couple has sex once a week. I mean, I think that is wide of the mark. But I know.
No. I mean, I did an Instagram poll on my stories.
Oh, go on.
And I said, how often do you have sex with your partner?
What's the data?
Yeah, what did you
The data I got was was once every 3 months.
There you go. Yeah, I was just going to say.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there you
Once
go.
every 3 months was the average.
Was the average? Yeah, and I was going to say, my research, I would say not far off that. Yeah. But I think this sort of wildly inaccurate once every week is, again, it's, and I think, but I mean, but look, it is what it is to everybody. Okay, I mean, I certainly am not having it once a week, but you never know. Every now and again, we might. Do you ever get this when suddenly, if we're out of the house, if we're on holiday or something? Oh my god! But you suddenly feel like you're reborn. I'm just like,
oh my god,
we're quite good at this.
It's like the ovulation horn every day on holiday.
Spat everywhere. I was that excited. For 3 days. I'm only horny 3 days a month. The ovulation, 3 days. But as you say, I mean, over the summer holidays, we went away with the kids. They'd gone to sleep. Of course, they had interconnecting
Your daughter
room.
didn't though, did she?
She didn't bloody go to sleep, Hannah. No, that was an iPad. Get the iPad on.
Okay, we're done. Go to sleep.
Yeah, and it was like, fancy a shower. Yeah, go on then. And it was like, oh my God. And we even said to it, I mean, this is how sad it is. We even fist pumped each other.
I wondered what you were going to say then.
Something else. I was like,
I'm not going to reveal everything about my sex life, but let me tell you what we do with our fists on holiday.
That's now going to be clipped up to, and we fist. And that's going to be a clip now. Brilliant.
Oh my God.
She's arrived. There she is.
We even fist pumped. I mean, that's how sad it was, because we were like, actually, we're okay. We're all right, babe.
And then you're like, do you know what? I actually really fancy you.
Yes,
that's why we got married.
Yeah, that's why I had kids with you.
Exactly.
My husband and I managed to get away together for 3 nights during August, which was absolutely amazing. And I've got to say, I think we had about a year's worth of sex within those 3 days. But I think my husband then thought, okay, this is the new norm then. And we get home, back to reality. And back to, all the chaos and the crap everywhere. And then he was like, the willy flap, let's go.
The dry humping over the dishwasher.
And I was
you want it, don't you? Not really, babe.
And I literally was like, babe, we're done. You've had your
Had your quota, babe.
Yeah, you're done now.
Back in your box.
But I bless him. I think he was like, oh, this is great. This is the new routine now.
But the thing is, I think going back home is the biggest kick in the libido tits,
God,
ever.
God.
I mean, it is, because you go back
really
in,
is.
the cat's puked on the floor, the kids are screaming again. It's just life, And I actually find having sex in the marital bed actually really boring. Like it, we mostly do that, I'm sure, but it's when you need to shake things up. So in answer to your question, really, firstly, it is accepting it. Don't just put up with that, though. Don't just assume that, okay, everyone's having a hard time with relationships and sex and finding us time, therefore we're not going to bother. Absolutely couldn't disagree with that more. You have to bother. You have to work hard at your relationship. You girls will know, I will know, having children, it's wonderful, but it's time consuming and overwhelming. And it's so easy by default for your partner to just fall to the back of the pile, because I don't believe that anybody can do it all. I just don't believe, and also even careers, having families, I think it's great that we can have so much more, but I don't think it's actually that practically possible to have it all. And I think it's perfectly fine to accept that. But with relationships, I do believe a kind of an antidote to that is quality over quantity. So, for example, actually, I'm in the middle of, even yesterday, talking to my husband about a date night this weekend, just because we come off the back of summer holidays. Because being perfectly honest with you, because the youngest isn't sleeping, so we spend, the bedtime routine for her is about a 3-hour merry-go-round, and we go through it all to the point we kind of half give up, and she ends up just going to bed when we go to bed in the end. But we can kiss goodbye to even an hour of Netflix and chill, or even just having dinner without her sitting there.
It's just that hour, isn't it? You feel like you're having a date, isn't it?
It's all you need. But we've managed to thankfully pull in one of my brothers to babysit We're nothing particularly glamorous. We'd love to do something glamorous, but we're not. We'll probably just go out for a curry.
It's just one-on-one time, though, isn't it?
Just time, and you have to do it. And also, I think what we find is, I mean, whether we'll have it off or not have it off, who knows? But it's not even about that. It's like, we'll just see where it goes.
Get his end away the weekend after a curry.
There's nothing worse than a curry sex.
It's the breath.
It's the breath.
It's the onions. It's the onion breath.
I might have to rethink this, actually.
It's the onion breath.
It's like when you arrived today, you were like,
yeah.
When you arrived today, you were like, hi guys, sorry, I stink of kebab.
I've had a shawarma on my way over. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted to have it off for me, would you, Han?
Always.
So I think just quality. Just try and do what you can when you can, but don't sideline it, because honestly, it will just create a chasm in your relationship.
I read somewhere that when couples have children, I think they argue. I think like 40% more than they did before they had children. And I wonder, and I'd love to know what you think, if like there's something called gentle parenting. Is there something called gentle relationshiping, where I've been, when you're tired and you're exhausted and you're overstimulated and everything, and if my husband does something that really annoys me, like that's just so simple, like just pick up your socks from the floor, I can get and the thing is, what I do is I kind of keep it all inside, and then it was one small thing and it will take me over the edge, and then and he's like, whoa, hang on a minute. And then I realized that I could have just done something a bit more simple and just kind of talked about what I need, what I want, but I don't really ever ask for help. Well, and then I get really angry.
That's where you're going wrong, and you're perfectly normal, I think, for people to do that. But I think most arguments are started by the smallest trigger. I always use the analogy, it's like a bucket of water, and all the day crap's been put in. We're pouring another cup in, another cup in, another cup in of stresses and of this, and someone's just, they haven't done that. That's happened. Something completely external to your relationship would have naffed you off as well. That would have happened. This happened. And then you get to that point, and we all know it. I know it. There's no one in particular that's me off. It's just sort of life, just everything. The inbox is overwhelming, and I haven't done it. I'm dreading little one not going to bed tonight, so I'm already preempting that. Then the cat's just puked, and then my Amazon thing, you get a thing saying they delivered it, but they haven't delivered it, and then that throws you around. And then all it takes is my husband to sort of swan in and do something. Breathe. As simple as, and this has done it, something as simple as like not putting his plate in the dishwasher, or moving the Brita filtered water jug from that bit to that bit without filling it up, and I can explode, and then a massive argument could kick up. It doesn't now, to be fair, because we've learned that that's just not very helpful. And the same thing for him, and he would hold things in as well. So I think it's probably far more beneficial to be gentle relationshiping than gentle parenting.
Because I literally hold everything in, and I do that classic, like, I'm in a mood, and you don't. I'm in a mood. I want him to know that I'm in a mood. But then he goes, "You're right," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then he's like, "Cool," and I'm like, "Damn it, I'm not fine." And
I remember when me and my husband used, before kids, if we ever had a disagreement, I'd be like, "Well, my parents live in Scarborough," so it's like, "Well, I might just go back to Scarborough then." And then I'd drive to Tesco. I'd get a magazine and a Boost bar and a cup of tea, and I'd sit in the car park, and I'd give it half an hour, and he'd try and ring me. I'd be like so stubborn, I'm sulking, like, And then I'd go home, and he'd be like, "Where have you been?" And it's like, "Well, I just went for a drive," to make it really dramatic. Second time it happened, like a year later, I was like, "Well, I might go back to Scarborough." I was sat in Tesco phoning my friend, being like, "Oh, I was being such a..." And then I turned around, and my husband just pulled up, and he had a magazine, a cup of tea, and a Boost bar. And he got in. He was like, "I knew that this is where you came last time." So he sat in the back. No, don't. Because he was annoying me. No, I'm joking. What a And then he came and sat next to me. He's like, "I knew that this is what you did last time. Like, we need to communicate. Like, this is not the way to handle
but that's
an argument."
very mature of him.
And it is, because I then realised that actually I didn't know that I was a sulker. I didn't know that I'm that type of person that would actually act like a 10-year-old in an argument. I mean, and that's on me.
You're going to hate me saying it, but that was an exceptional move of his.
That was very good.
That's very emotionally mature.
And I was like, "Oh, let's go home and do Rudy's," because we don't have children. And then I got pregnant. So the pull-out technique is not a form of contraception. Let me tell you, Hans. Let me tell you.
I think I'm guilty of that with my second, actually.
Oh my God. Bottle of Prosecco, ovulation horn. Pregnant. What are you saying? But what are your parenting fails? Because you must have some having two kids.
Say you have some. Please.
We need to hear them.
Please, if I have some. I don't think I have. Don't not have any.
Actually, you did have a very good one with your daughter having that meltdown. That was exceptional. And I do feel for you, like, that must have been really hard.
Yeah, well, probably my first parenting fail was when I had my second and forgot I had a second child, and went into Sainsbury's with my 3-year-old and left the baby in the back.
Did you?
Do you know what?
Only for about 30 seconds. I just forgot I had another child.
But this does happen. I hear this a lot.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Just forgot.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know how I forgot, because they were like obviously in the same back seat of the car, but I think sort of autopilot. I was used to having a 3, was 3. He was just over 3. So I sort of just got out the car, got him out in the pushchair, and I think I hadn't ever done the whole 2 babies, like 2 pushchair and a baby. I just hadn't done it. Like, and I just walked into Sainsbury's and then went, oh, I've got another child. So that was probably quite a parenting fail. Probably slightly illegal.
There's so many mums that have done that though, isn't there? And you daren't tell anyone because you think, oh my God, is that really bad?
Yeah. But do you remember though, like, I remember as a kid in the 80s, my mum would deliberately leave me in the car when she'd go and do a shop, and I'd be in the car with, opening the locks, taking the handbrake off, doing all sorts of things, putting my hands in the ashtray. Like, completely normal.
I had a horsey mum, and she had one of those beaten up old Land Rovers, where the back comes down with it sort of flappy. Oh, me and my brother, this was just casually sat in there when she went into the supermarket.
Yeah. It's
back it off her.
Isn't that mad though? Like what our childhood was just like really quite dangerous.
Yeah, and we never used to have like seatbelts. We used to have this Allegro and with like slidey cream seats. And I remember we took my friend Nina home, and my brother had just slammed the door and my fingers were in it. And my mum was like, oh, for God's sake, Andrew. And then she'd open the door. He's like, get in the car. So he took my friend, she'd actually say, instead of saying, in Scotland they say bucking, and my mum was like, get in that bucking car. So we'd be like, oh, mum was like really angry. And then I remember my mum drove around this corner once, and my friend Nina was in the back, and we didn't have seatbelts, and Nina hadn't shut a door properly.
Oh my gosh.
So I remember Nina like slid. My mum was doing like 0 to 60 around this bend outside the police station actually, and I had to hold Nina's hand because the door opened and she was sliding out the door and her limbs were hanging out the door, and I was holding on to Nina. Just pulled her back in, and Nina managed to kind of get a balance, and then she shut the door. My mum was like, what's going on in the back? We were like, oh, nothing, Mum, it's fine.
Those were the days. My mum had a poo brown Volvo estate, and I'd say those were the days where you could easily pile 10 kids in the back.
Oh, easily.
And you'd be sitting in the footwells, would be banging on the road as it went along. I mean, it was so overloaded.
I remember jumping from the boot to the back of the car on the motorway. Just like going, like playing it in the car, like running. Like I'm just like, my mum was just there, just smoking away, just like get on with it. I don't know.
It's like, can we put the air conditioning on? I remember when my son said that to my dad once, and he was like, open the window. It's like, aircon, what are you on about?
I find now actually, I mean, it's my fault. It's completely our fault. Just the bougie that my kids have turned into, like the things they ask for. Like what did one of them say? This was I think it was my son when he was about 4, and someone had said about, where are you going on holiday or something? We hadn't done this, I'd like to point out, but he was like, I don't know, it might be going to the Caribbean. So they were like, we really aren't going to the Caribbean. Like, we did go once, but after that. But yeah, it's just the bouginess. And say, when we were kids, you just mucked him, didn't you?
Yeah. And we're turning into our parents, where they'll be like, Hannah, we never had that when we were younger. Yes. And I'm saying to my kids now, like, I never did that when I was younger.
Yep.
So don't tell me that you're bored over the holidays. Like, the presents that kids get at birthday parties is, I would honestly next year like to say to any kids, I'm not going to because it would ruin my kids' lives, but I'd love to say, don't bring a present. Just come to the party and don't bring a present. Just, my kids do not need to be spoiled.
No.
It's the Christmas, it's the birthdays, and the presents that they get for their birthday anyway, and then they get these, there's so much pressure for parents to give presents when you go to a kid's party. So we're going to a party at the weekend, and 3 kids are having a joint birthday.
Oh, do you get presents for 3?
Well, I presume that I would need to get presents for each.
I fess up, because mine definitely under a tenner each gift. I mean, it's usually
Mine's-
some sort of
mine's
crafting thing.
between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
I'd
Depends
say.
if you like the kid, isn't it? And if you like the parents.
That's
So it's
true.
like the parents of friends.
true.
It's like, oh, we'll get you an outfit from M&S.
But then do you
But if
ever...
not, you're going to get a game from Amazon that somebody gave to us. I'm going
Well,
to
that's the
rewrap
thing.
it.
It's the
and lock it
regifting.
up.
It's the regifting, and
Yeah.
I actually was on the receiving end of that. I gifted a present, and then I got it back.
Did you?
And I was like, "Do I say anything to the parent?"
No, never.
I
Never.
didn't.
No, I think
But-
I think it's Russian roulette.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm the same. We've all got the regifting cupboard, and it is always like, I need to, and I do it the same with the gift bags.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yes.
bag, you just
Oh,
rip
yeah.
off
Rip
the
the
tag,
tag,
yeah. Keep it
and then
there.
stick a new
Yeah.
one on, or write on it in Sharpie.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's always a gamble, isn't it? You know, which child is it? Did I get that? I can't. Sod it. We're all in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Although now that I've got a teenager, when they have like the birthday parties, it's completely different. He doesn't want a cake. He doesn't want balloons. Doesn't want party bags. He just wants cash to like go to the cinema with his mates. And
it's money.
It's nice, but also it's a bit sad that for him that's over now.
And what age did that stop for him?
I think 12 at secondary school. Like
Ages to
12. I still took him to like. He still did like the laser quest thing.
Right. Okay.
But I was very much not there. I drove them there, and then I was
Paid.
that was it. Like get
Yeah.
out. But they didn't. He doesn't want any of that, and it's quite sad in a way. But I've still got the other two, so it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, my son's about to turn 9. I know, and I'm already on the cusp here, because it's like, do
Yeah.
you want a party? Do you not want a party? He sort of does want a party, but just with his lads, you know, but gaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but he does still want party bags. So I was like, okay, we're still party bagsing.
Yeah,
So,
party
but I
bags.
do feel like we're on that little transition now.
Party bags are a great thing now. It's just a way just to say get out.
Bye.
We're
you
going
later.
to cut the
Bye-bye.
cake. You're going to have a party bag that's laid out by the door where you...
Yeah.
Bye then.
Party is over.
Yeah. It's been so nice of you to come. I've mentioned this before, that Bradley, my just turned 9-year-old, had a party for his birthday, which was when my husband's appendix ruptured.
Oh,
and he wasn't there. And I
How
had this
inconsiderate.
such a selfish...
Oh,
So I had this cake, but all of a sudden I realised I had 12 9-year-olds running around, and I stupidly just put bags of sweets everywhere. I had to cut the cake while watching them, and they were running everywhere, and then get the party bags, but put the cake into the napkins, into the party bag. Now, it was only for 12 of them.
No, that's hard.
But there was doweling in the cake, and like little bits of doweling. And I kept thinking, oh my God, what if like a
You're gonna
child
kill a child.
chokes on it? And then I thought, it's not a bad thing. Here, kids, come and have the doweling, eat this. But the
that's it. It's
parents...
a lesson in life. Eat
Yes.
with care.
Yeah.
With care. Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I've only got a few more of these, because I know that he's got some little hairs on his legs.
Oh,
He's starting to get some
it's
little like
the
blocked
hairs.
paws, and I'm like, he's growing up.
And he's 9.
Yeah,
I've
he's
just
just
been
turned
finding
9.
this with my boy. Yeah,
It's
just
a
suddenly
thing.
it's starting
And they
to
get moody.
Yeah.
Well, I do say
wants to
that-
wear his deodorant and everything
Yes,
now.
puberty is actually
It is.
starting
Like a sorry,
at like 9-10-year-olds.
So apparently, according to some research that I read, it's like every decade it's 3 months earlier. That makes
Right.
sense. So every
And
decade
why is
it's 3
that?
months. I don't know. I
Is
don't
it
know. I
like
don't know if it's
things
just.
that we're eating or
I think there's a lot of different theories around it. You
and
know,
girls
but
starting their periods in
girls-
primary school.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
about that. Like
yeah.
I was like 13 when
I was
started
15
my
when I
periods.
got my
so
period.
young.
14.
I couldn't wait to get my period. I was one of the last people.
Oh, so was I.
I was so excited
I was
to get
14
it.
and I felt. I remember one of the girl. I won't say her name, but that I remember she got real boobs and real pubes and in PE and being so jealous.
Yes, I was so jealous.
So
You get the little
jealous.
buds first,
Yeah.
though. You don't get proper
Stuff my
boobs. It's like the
bras.
hard
And
buds.
she used to like hide herself, bless her, to get changed. And there's me like gawping. Let's
see you growler.
I wasn't quite doing that. I'd like to take that back. But I do remember being really jealous. And then when all my friends had started their periods, and I started mine just after my 14th birthday, and I was so excited. I just felt like you just don't want to be the one left out, do you?
No.
As a kid, you just don't want to be the one left out.
I used to buy like tampons just to be ready.
Yeah.
And then when I did get my period and I wanted to try a tampon and
Yeah.
I hadn't really been taught how to use it, and I didn't realise that I got like Super Max Plus.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, I basically lost my virginity
Ow,
to
yeah,
a
I was-
tampon. And then I was like, don't know if I like this actually.
Because on the instructions it tells you to put like one
your
leg up on the
there
toilet
and, like, do
and then
this,
get
and
this
you're like-
massive bud, and then you're like,
right.
but what, you put that into...
How did we
in your flower?
Like,
No, no, no.
How did we learn how to put tampons in? You're right.
It was that silly picture.
Yeah.
And they never go in properly first. So
Never.
it's nothing worse when you don't when you put your
hanging
tampon in
out.
properly. Yeah,
didn't
like a
know
rat's
to take
tail
that
hanging out your swimming costume.
Oh yeah, it was awful.
And now my kids, because as we all know, you never go to the toilet by yourself. Now my kids, who they will always come in and see it. And I got asked the other day, was that a party popper? I was like, give it a tug and see what happens. I did.
I'll never forget when I was pregnant with Annabelle and we took the boys to the scan, and it was like, oh, you're going to have a baby sister, and they were like, wow, amazing. Next day I get a phone call from school because my eldest, who was like 7 at the time, took the scan picture in, told the school teacher that my mummy swallowed my daddy's seed in her mouth. It came out of his winky. She grew a baby, and it's going to pop out a flower.
Oh wow!
He told the show and tell. He told the whole class
That you'd given your husband a
I love
blozzer.
that.
Yeah.
I bet the teachers found that hilarious.
And the teacher was just like, can't say the name. It wasn't a teacher. It was an assistant who's also a parent that was like, oh, hi, Mrs. East. I hear you swallow. And I was like, sorry, what? And I thought, what did Bradley see? Like the other night, it was my husband's birthday. And I was like, what do you mean? And she told me the story. So me and my husband, this was miscommunication about the birds and the bees. I didn't think at 7 they'd be that intrigued. And my husband was bathing them, and it's like, oh, I gave mummy a seed. What, in her mouth? Yeah, I think so. And then they say to me, what happens? Oh, you swallow a seed and a baby grows. But I hadn't realised that my husband had alluded to the fact that the seed comes out of his So at the age of 7, it was like, oh my God, how embarrassing. So every time I see this person, it's like, oh, it's Mrs. East. She swallows.
Oh dear.
Well,
My husband was like that. She doesn't.
Oh God.
I wish.
Yeah, I wish she
This
did.
is my age-appropriate communication,
Yeah.
and it, do you know what? It catches us all out.
It does. It does.
I'm used to teaching, or talking very openly about, age-appropriate sex education and consent and everything with children, but nothing prepares you for when your own kid, as you say, when they're in the bath or they're about to go to sleep,
Ask it.
wallop, and they
Yeah.
suddenly come out with that one with I think Enzo said it the other day. You can totally be mulling it over because he knows probably more than most. I always speak very literal, just keep it very scientific and biological facts at the moment. But I did have the question about it because I couldn't dodge it anymore, and because he's so literal, he's like, but how does the seed, does daddy's seed get into your tummy? Because he's fascinated that basically my daughter had a cesarean, and then I came out the nun, so he couldn't, he's trying to figure that all out. So I had to say to him, but even then, that stumbling over your words, I'm just like, well,
You put a posh accent on.
yeah, you do, yes. Well, hello,
Sit down,
telephone
big glass
voice.
on.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's a very difficult one because only you know your child, and also there are many different things that will dictate whether you think your child is ready or not. Your child might be neurodiverse. You might feel that they do need more information than not, or the other way around, depending on how they process or parrot. Or ingest information. But I think for me, I'd rather my children hear about it from an age-appropriate way before they hear
from somebody at school. I feel like I just want to say, listen, right, you'll watch a bit of porn when you're a teenager. Girls are enthusiastic.
Right.
What I want to start up is a business of post-baby mums. Like the porn is the beige knickers, the saggy boobs,
Anna.
the big maternity pads,
I'd sign
the
up to this.
hemorrhoids.
Yeah, I'd sign,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like, this is a reality.
They're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Is it yet? Have you finished? Have you finished? You have.
My private parts,
Fantastic.
when you can touch them.
My private parts.
Have you seen that song?
I have.
Isn't it brilliant?
I have. It's fantastic. I did a thing about it on Gram, actually. I thought she was amazing.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. I can't remember her name now.
I don't know. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, we were
and
amazing.
saying that we were singing the songs to the children during the day and to our husbands at night.
Yes. Yes. It's so true.
It's like, right, are we done, babes? Because I've got some Emmerdale to watch.
But she was
Fantastic.
that song was amazing, actually, and it definitely did the rounds, like over 100 million views or something.
What would you say you love about parenting? What's your favourite thing about it? I mean, I wasn't expecting you to take this long to answer the question.
I mean, I've just come off the whopper of a tantrum. Being absolutely serious for a moment and a bit cheesy and schmaltzy. It is the unconditional love. I always wanted to have kids. I'm so happy I did.
Yeah.
They test the out of me, but I really wouldn't have had it any other way. You know, I love them so much. Like, I'm so lucky. I know there's so many people out there, friends of mine, that, you know, God, you know, having 2 healthy children that are even bright enough and well enough to give me a load of lip, you know, it is a blessing. But
imagine if the chemist was listening to this
oh
now.
my God. And that bloody chopper chop. I guess for me, it's at the end of the day when, and you'll know it as well, those moments where your kid looks you right in the eye and they'll say something really sweet, like I love you, or you're the best mummy in the world.
Can have a snack.
Can have a snack, yeah. And it's at that moment you just kind of go, yeah, you know what? Maybe it's that bad. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our
I've loved
podcast.
it.
We've chatted so much. We've covered everything. We're so grateful that you've come on. So thank you very much.
Girls,
thank you so much.
You're
for
the
being
best.
here.
Thank you for having me.
We love you.
We love it. Love it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've loved it. Anna, thank you so much for being here. And as always, we love your parenting fails as well. And please like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a review, give us all the love, because we love it and we love you. And please send in your parenting fails.